Luca Nation, episode 663 of Lucas Tigers and Bronzo Mai. You guys know we try to bring you the most unique, diverse range of content out there on the web, and you guys appreciate it. You guys reward us with record views day after day after day, both on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. So we appreciate it so much. And I'm really excited for today's show because the business we have on is giving back. And you guys know how much I love free stuff for our community. Cage, if there's one thing I've harped on,
sing it.
What you want me? You always want me to sing. Or I'll preach a little bit.
The story of a hurricane, not a hurricane. Hurricane. Come on, do a little Bob Marley. No, Eric's laughing. Do you even know what that is? Eric loves it. He loves it.
Do you know what that is?
No. Well, first of all, it's a little song about a hurricane. But I'm trying to morph hurricane into huracan. But yeah, I mean, because it's the right way to say, what the gist of the episode is. And I just gave you the title and I asked you to sing it. You said no, so I sang it, and I'm tone deaf.
How does Huracan get us a free giveaway to basically a Lambo for our audience? I don't understand the connection.
Because the Lambo is called a Huracan. That's the type of Lambo it is. So now you understand the connection? Boom! So this is why we keep them around.
I'm out here playing checkers. You're playing chess, man. So
it's a Lambo
Huracan. We have Eric Shemtoff on the show. You remember him when we had him and Grant on to talk just about kind of the direction of Whatnot, what's going on in the Whatnot world. And honestly, unless you guys have been living under a rock, everyone is selling on Whatnot. Everyone's buying on Whatnot. People are having fun. There's different shows, different content. I couldn't be more proud of what you guys are doing with the business. And next week, Wednesday, May 4th through the 9th, they're going to be doing kind of a week of giveaways, breaks, fun, and one lucky winner. Well, actually, probably two lucky winners. One lucky winner is going to get the triple logo man. That's the buyer. And then the seller, the person who broke the case, is going to get a Huracan. So without further ado, Eric Shemtoff, welcome to the show, man. Really appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, y'all. Happy to be here. It was super fun last go around, and hopefully this one is even more fun because we've got some good stuff going.
So is what not just like an intro like that? I mean, come on, that's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's ridiculous.
Pretty tough to beat. Got a big car, a big card. Can't top that.
Where is the Lambo now? Where's the Huracan? Is it at the Whatnot headquarters and you guys are just like driving it around the track, racing?
I'm going to keep that part under wraps.
Here's the thing. They let me have it. I have it by my house. Right, Eric? And
it's hard to keep.
You ever see White Men Can't Jump? When they got the money, they're playing cash games. They're playing for money. And they give it to the fat guy. And they say, let him hold the money. He ain't going anywhere. The bakery's not open. I can't fit in a Lambo. So it's useless to me. So I'll hold it. I can't do anything with it.
I'm not gonna lie, it is a pretty tight fit. The seat doesn't go that far back. It is hard to hide that car. It's a pretty bright yellow, so it does stand out. But it's ready.
Talk to us. Why do this promotion? You guys are blowing up. You're doing big things. You're hitting record numbers. More and more sellers, buyers, or Whatnot. Why even do the promotion? What was the seed in that?
Yeah, I mean, I think Flawless has been hot for a minute. Everyone's been talking about it. Everyone's been breaking it, whether it's on Whatnot or elsewhere. It's really captivated the community. We wanted to put a fun spin on it. So we did two things. One, ideally someone in our community hits the card. And we want to also give people an opportunity to do that. It's a high price point. It's going for $20,000 a box right now. When it released, it was in January, it's closer to $10,000, $11,000. It's still significant for a 10 card product. And so giving community members the opportunity to win that card for free is pretty fun. And obviously if you hit that card, it's going to be global news. The person that hits it, it's speculated as between $3 and $5 million. Personally, I think it's worth more than that. But at the same time, the breaker will also be famous. The platform they hit it on will also be famous. And they won't necessarily be rich, right? And so we said, hey, for the breaker, you'll never forget this. If we give you a yellow Lambo, maybe you can get a whatnot license plate, maybe not, maybe whatnot license plate frame. We think that part is really fun. And so we're kind of just upping the stakes on the card, putting our own fun little spin on it, and hopefully giving people access to win it. Or if they so choose to, there will obviously be breaks going on, as there always are, and they can jump in and participate.
And guys, just to clarify, although by the time you're hearing this from us, you've seen it everywhere. You've seen pictures, you've seen posts, you've seen it all over the place. Whatnot is trying to aggregate as much of the flawless product as they can on their product. Why? Because I happen to break on Whatnot. It's amazing. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. But think of the excitement. Think of the fun, right? A bunch of people going after this quest. So to do that, it'd be great, obviously, for Whatnot and for everybody if this triple logo man is pulled on Whatnot. But the poor breaker, all they did was sell a case of flawless. Ooh, woe is me. But Whatnot says, that person's going to have to hand over a treasure, a $3 to $5 million, asset, right? So your constellation prize, think about that for a second, as a breaker. If you're the breaker who hits this, and we're not talking about a gold Trevor Lawrence kaboom. This is a $3 to $5 million card. You break this, and it's like, woo! Well, you know what? Here you go, sir. Have the card. I'm going to go pick up my Lambo at the Whatnot headquarters. It's a pretty sweet thing. It gets people talking. You know what I mean? It gets the juices flowing. It gets the people going. And really, you got a lot of boxes being broken over the next couple of days, almost a full week of flawless breaks. I think you're gonna find it. I think somebody's gonna break this.
You think so?
On Whatnot. Yeah, I really do. There can't be that much of this left. I mean, Drake opened half the release himself, right?
I mean, I think I won't speculate on how many boxes are left, because no one really knows.
No one knows. No one has any idea.
But we could probably do the math back in the napkin, but I would imagine it's maybe a couple of hundred left. So it's got to be.
And that's out of 2,500 supply total.
I don't think we know. Like, again, I think every card is to 25, bunch of 1-on-1s and so on. So you probably back into it, but there's still enough. But the supply is dwindling with all the hype and the hype cycle.
And obviously the card we're talking about is a triple logo man, Ben Simmons, from his rookie year, second year, and third year.
Boom.
Game used jersey. The jersey.
That's not possible. How could he have had a game used jersey? He doesn't play.
It's crazy that a LeBron triple logo man would go for $3 to $5 mil. He didn't make the playoffs this year.
It doesn't matter, dude. First of all, it's multiple jerseys, right? He's got 3 teams, 3 jerseys. So all of those teams, he's won a championship with. So it's pretty sick because it's a jersey of all 3 teams that he's won a championship with. Second, if you've learned nothing about the hobby, about the people in the hobby, this is storytelling, man. It's why people tune into what we do every day, right? You're a very good storyteller, and I'm along for the ride. So the point being, the story of this, right? The story of this is insane. How many people have been trying to get this? How many people have been trying to find it, right? It's a treasure hunt. It's One-Eyed Willie, man. Chunk and Mouth are at the doorstep. They're trying to find this treasure.
I agree.
No,
I mean, personally, I think it's actually worth more. I can speculate on it because whatever. The Steph Curry went for almost $6 million. I've been trying to think about, like, what will Panini do next? Like, what card can top this? And I can't think of it. There's not a generational player that's an active player. And I just don't think you can reconstruct this type of card. And so it could be that this really is a generational card. I'm not pumping the market because there's only one and it's going to go crazy no matter what. But that's what my.
And Eric's not telling you this, right? But they run this promotion. People find out about it. The reason why he has probably some insight into what the card's really worth is because, people know Whatnot's going to do this, and they probably reach out to Whatnot and say, hey, if you put us in touch with the person who actually pulls this thing, we'll pay $10 million. Don't comment. Don't deny or admit. Don't worry about it. I could just see something like that happening. And yeah, let's put our minds together for 30 seconds, Andrew. What kind of? I mean, listen, you would take you take a Ben Simmons over LeBron because you hate LeBron that much.
I already know, and people from Panini listen to the show. A LeBron from his Cavs rookie season with a Bronny James Sierra Canyon logo, man. Boom.
I mean, okay,
That's truly a generational card.
That's generational. That's Bronny's first card.
okay.
Crickets. Awkward. That's like
Be
I said.
sick.
Something.
I mean, Thaddeus Moss is not a great football player. You know, I mean, sometimes the kids just don't pan out, right? So it is what it is. That's Randy Moss's kid, Andrew. So anyway, listen, it is what it is. You know, Bronny might be a great player. You know, if he was, I think he'd be over at OTE already. You know, those guys know how to scout basketball talent, and you know, Bronny just doesn't make the cut, I don't think. But yeah, I can't think of anything. Giannis, right? I can't. Luka. I mean, I can't think of anything that's comparable to this. You know, and it falls right. You know, because you got 3 different jerseys, 3 different logo men you can put in there.
Yeah.
I mean, Andrew, to your thing. I mean, maybe if you had like you know, like a King James Irish jersey and match it up with like a Lower Merion logo man from both of those, and have like a Kobe, LeBron from their high school. But even that, you know, I mean, it's not NBA. It's not so. It'd be pretty sick, but I don't know whether it's, you know, I don't know if it's on the same page as this, right? So
Luca Nation, you guys are listening thinking, you know, how do you get in on this, right? So next week, and Eric, feel free to kind of fill in the details here, but next week from Wednesday to Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern, some notable breakers, some notable, as we call them, influencers, but people people have accounts who give back to the hobby of podcasts, stores, all that. They'll be going live on Whatnot. And how everyone they could click a button and enter a giveaway? Is it that simple?
Yeah, spot on. So Wednesday through Monday, there will be a giveaway show each night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, hosted by someone in the community. That's everyone from Sasha T to Ryan, Card Collector 2, Pac-Man, Chris London, some other names you recognize. They'll each go live 7 p.m. Eastern time. And they're each giving away an entire box of Flawless. There's 10 cards in the product. So 10 giveaways, 10 opportunities each night to get a card for free. Someone will win each one. It might be a triple logo man. It might not. And it's totally free. All you need to do is sign up, download the app, tune into those shows. It will be fun. Enter in. They've got some other stuff they're giving away as well. And you'll have an opportunity to get the big card for free. And then depending on who hits it, if they hit a triple logo man, they'll also get that yellow Lambo, which MSRP I think is close to $300,000.
Even the people giving it away, I don't know about that. Come on. Sasha doesn't need another Lambo. So here's the take on this, guys. A couple things. 3 points, if I may. Number 1, sign up. There's no reason not to. I signed up for the Whatnot app to get a bomb pop at National last year. You got a chance to get a triple logo man. I mean, come on, it's easy.
I love that.
So if nothing else, if you're not already signed up, which is odd, think about that. It costs you nothing. Sign up. Log on, 7 p.m. You want to know when
use code Luca Nation.
Yeah, use code Luca Nation. That would be great too. Yeah, good idea. Thank you, Andrew. So number 2, if you want to know when this is, think about it. You need luck, right? You know, you need the force with you. May the 4th be with you. That's the starting day, May 4th. Right? So start it up, keep it in your brain. May 4th, running from Wednesday to the following Monday, 7 p.m.
Luck is where preparation meets opportunity. And here all you have to do is set your alarm for 6:59 Eastern, right?
Well, you can actually hop into the app and hit the bookmark button, and it will send you a notification when the show starts. And so it's even easier than an alarm.
Yep. The preparation you got to do now while listening to this is make sure you have Whatnot. Go get it. If you do not have Whatnot, go get it. If you have it, get on there. And the opportunity has been provided by Whatnot. You get 60 different chances to get the triple logo man or whatever it is you can give away. Just get on there at 7 o'clock Eastern time, Wednesday through Monday, and you have a shot to win this. And, you know, I mean, Card Collector 2, he would fit in the Lamborghini. I mean, he would. I don't. 3, I feel bad for you, Eric. I feel bad.
Why is that?
Well, you know, mountain climbers, they get to the top of Mount Everest, they look down, and you know what they say? They don't say I've conquered Mount Everest. They say, what in the hell am I supposed to do now? So you guys you're going to have a dilemma soon, all right? Because you went from bomb pops to Jordan 9s to you got a crane giving away, you know, boxes of stuff. Now you're giving away a Lamborghini. What the hell are you going to do with the National? Are you going to give away a building? Like, what's going to happen at Atlantic City? Well, I mean, I guess we got to stay tuned to find out. But, sheesh, what are you guys?
I won't comment.
Making it hard for yourself.
I won't reveal it here, but it'll be fun.
Oh, see, always looking forward. I mean, good for you guys. And listen, thank you for that. Obviously, you know, we have a relationship with Whatnot. I broke last night. I literally got back from the post office mailing my 37 Whatnot packages a half an hour before we recorded this thing, right? So we love you guys. But think about what this does, right? Think about if it gets pulled, it's mainstream news, right? Think about the excitement that gets generated, right? Think about all of the buzz that's in there. You know, it's easy to make a name on hobby negativity. It's easy to go out there and, you know, build up a follower count and spread, you know, BS. This car's not worth this. This guy's a fraud. This guy's a shiller. Thank you for kind of balancing the scale on that. Thank Whatnot for doing that, because this is cool. We're going to have a week of like, it's a chase. It's a crazy chase. And I really do hope that it ends with, you know, somebody pulling this card and one of the breakers, you know, getting the Lamborghini, because that would be pretty cool. It'd be a great story. And I think it adds to the value of the card, believe it or not, because it's pulled as part of this like chase, you know?
I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't want to take ourselves too seriously. This is all fun. We're just trying to have some fun. We're trying to inject some fun into this hunt. We're all doing it too. I'm tuned in every night, hoping to see someone hit it, as I'm sure all of you guys are, because we know what that moment is going to be like for the hobby, for the community. And so we're just putting our own little spin on it in a fun way. It's a bit ridiculous. I don't think I could drive the car, but I think someone will have some fun, and it would be really cool to see.
Can you drive the car cross country and hand deliver the card to someone?
I think that
the whole experience.
We've had hand delivery for cards worth way less than this one.
Right.
So whoever wins it or hits it, I'm sure they will be on the next flight or chartering a flight to pick it up. But that would be a really fun story to document.
So next week, I mean, when you're recording, it'll be this week, May 4th through the 9th, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hop on, click the giveaway button. Easy to do. See if you guys won. If you guys did win any of the cards, make sure to post to your story. Tag us. Tag Whatnot Sports. We'll definitely repost. Before we let you go, Eric, what's new at Whatnot? Like you, it seems like you guys are doing amazing things. You're adding more channels. If you guys don't know, Whatnot isn't just sports cards. So it has Pokemon cards, but it also has like Etsy style, like arts and crafts. It has coins. It's I know you're gonna hate me for this, but I did grow up on Emerald Lagasse, you know, the cooking show. I grew up on QVC. I apologize, guys.
Damn.
It reminds me of a better new age kind of social selling tool. So
Bam!
What's new with you guys? What's going on with Whatnot?
Is that bam? Did I say
Bam.
Bam.
Yeah.
It's better than mine. Yeah, there's a bunch. I'll cover sports first, and then I'll cover the rest. On the sports side, you know, we're pretty excited about some of the sports like soccer, baseball is booming right now. It's really fun to see the non-basketball and football, which obviously we all love, growing, and the interest in the hobby growing there. And so, you know, F1 is a great example of that, giving the community that's interested in that product a place to go to hang out, transact, and be with other people that have an interest in this smaller niche of the hobby, if you will. So that's on the sports side. We'll continue to spend time and invest everywhere, but I'm especially excited about those areas of the market. More broadly at Whatnot, you kind of stole the thunder, but There are a whole bunch of new categories that we're in. I think the Lego category is pretty cool because I grew up building Legos, and so it's fun to see what people are selling there and customs and all these exciting things. And I think it again just comes back to that storytelling piece of why is this thing significant, and it helps people like myself that may not know everything about Lego understand like why are people interested in this. It's the core hypothesis of the platform and why we're so bullish around it in other categories. And so, yeah, there's a lot more coming, and yeah, excited for the months ahead.
I thought you went to go get Ian's Lego set. I kind of had a feeling, and he did. He did. I know this guy so well.
Ian just built this 2 days ago. It's the McAllister Home Alone house. Look at this thing. It's awesome, dude. It's the coolest thing ever. I don't want to break it, but you open it up. It's got Michael Jordan in there, like spinning around. You know that scene? It's got like a spinning. You see it? You see it in there? It's got like a spinning Michael Jordan.
I swear,
it's crazy.
I swear, Lego. Like when I was building Lego as a kid, I swear it was
so
not
cool.
this cool. I was building like a fire truck or something. This is it's next level.
You know how, Eric, they say like the thing, these collectibles, they always have cycles. And if you look at the things that you did as a kid 25 years ago, right, they come back to fruition as sports cards did. Are Legos that next thing? And I'm curious, like, how are people selling Legos? Is it not, it's not built, right? It's just like a box of Legos, or is it?
Yeah, it's a great question. So just like sports, there's the variety. What I've noticed that I didn't realize would be exciting in Legos is minifigs, which are like the actual like figures. And it makes sense. They're collectible because they may only be part of one specific set that's discontinued, and you just want that one piece. And people chase everything, right? And so there are also people chase colors in Lego, which I didn't know either. So they buy bags of like all blue pieces,
really,
and so on.
I gotta look at this. My basement is full of Lego, literally full of Lego. And what you're talking about, my son just told me this last week when we were in the Lego store. He's like, that character is rare. And we have, you bought a set for me and you kept the it's like a blue something. It's worth like $30. I saw it selling. And he made me buy the Daily Bugle set recently because it has 25 different Spider-Man characters, including ones that you can only get in that set. It's got like all the villains, it's got like, Carnage and Venom, and he's like, it's got 20. We gotta keep these minifigs. I'll build the thing, but the minifigures, I guess kids are talking about it in school. So yeah, it's nuts, man.
It makes sense. Like they're small. You don't really. I mean, I guess you could build them. It's really easy to do. They don't take up a lot of space. So I think it's the perfect combo for a collectible.
There it is. And one little additional bonus on Whatnot, guys. If you get on it, right? You get on it. It also builds up a community. Whether you're a buyer or seller, you get on there. You do it. We do it, Andrew and myself, as almost like a hybrid, right? It's an extension of the show. It's content, but it's also we sell stuff. I usually lose money and I give a lot of my collection away. But hey, that's the story. But we have had a steady flow of people come into our Whatnot stream, listen to us, do our Sunday football show, do a giveaway, do the draft, NFL draft, last week. And, we people come in and we're like, wow, I'm glad I found you guys. I just followed you on Instagram. I'm going to listen to your show. Or they'll come in and say, hey, I joined your show last week on Whatnot. I've listened to your podcast. You got a listener in me now. Or, so if you have a store or jump on Whatnot, right? Get in there, the chats while people are selling. People are making deals. People are, making friends. This is part of the community that's getting built. It's one of those things that doesn't get talked a lot in the nitty gritty of Whatnot, right? It's a buying and selling, and it's all different. But there is sort of like this social aspect to it as well, whether it was intended or not. I get messages all the time like, I'm so happy I found your show on Whatnot. I'm so happy I started breaking. I've listened to your show. Andrew's hilarious. You should stop smoking weed, Cage. Obviously they're not listening that well. So it is what it is. But I just wanted to throw that one in there because it's almost like a thank you, because we have people who listen to our show and went over to Whatnot, and now vice versa. We have people who didn't know about the show and found us on Whatnot and now are listeners to the show. Just another cool little aspect of, this this, whatnot, the app, and the cool things that are coming into the hobby and making it more fun.
I'll do one last plug because you teed it up for me. Community's always been at the core of Whatnot from day one. That means everything from listening to what people want, the pain points, the challenges around collecting in the given categories, and really trying to solve that. Our goal is to build something that people want, and to allow people to get involved in these hobbies, learn about them, safely transact from people that they can trust, and just have a good experience. We're all nerds, the three of us, so we know a lot about these things. And the best thing we can do is welcome new people into these things that we care about, teach them about them, which is what is one of the powers of the platform. And if they so choose to, allow them to transact safely.
Can I give a little plug? Cage, unless you have anything else.
No, I mean, I have plenty of stuff, but I want to hear your plug. Dude, I can talk for hours. You know this.
I want to give Sasha T some love. Like, he's his Whatnot show. A lot of people, I don't know if they've heard about it, if they haven't heard about it, but I think they're doing a really, really good job. So they just had Coleman Cards on. They had Adriana Guerrero on. They had Rob for Burbank. I know I'm missing a few guests, but it's She collects. It's a cool format of a show. And I want to give a shout out to Whatnot for kind of putting it on, sponsoring it, but also Sasha for, doing kind of like those casual conversations where you dig into the hobby. I've really enjoyed the episodes, and I don't really watch a ton of content because I do want to bring original takes to our audience. But I want to make sure you guys knew about Sasha T's show and Whatnot's behind it. So make sure to go listen to it. You can follow it. You can follow Sasha Tomadon and find the show anywhere.
I would be as cool as Sasha if Whatnot gave me one of those lights. I'm just going to throw that in at the end. If I had one of those cool neon Whatnot lights, I'd put it up right here on the fireplace. And I think
we can make that happen.
Yes! Boom! So, Andrew, we were thinking about letting Eric go and then we've talked to him longer. I have a point to make, and Eric can stay for it, and then we can kind of wrap it up if you like. Eric can stay if you have time, Eric, because maybe you'll chime in. Maybe you'll tell me I'm being a fool. So this is horrible. Well, Whatnot's doing is terrible. It's the worst thing in the world. So it's good that you're here because I want you to get the context of it, right? Because the hobby, we need to go one way with our content. We need to go serious with our content, right? We only need investors. And I guess my question out there now is, do you think an investor is going to be pulling this card? Do you think a collector is going to be pulling this card? You think it's going to be somebody who's like pulling this $3 to $5 million card and, they are just going to keep it forever? Or do you think it's somebody who's going to pull this $3 to $5 million card and like the Wander Franco, it's already at PSA, it already slabbed today at PSA 9, and it'll probably be in Golden or PWCC or somebody's auction the month after. There's room for it all, folks. There's room for all of it, right? And if you start preaching, there's only room for Bitcoin and people who are going to buy and hold, and people who are going to sit there and collect and not worry about price, and breakers are bad and flippers are bad. You miss out on a lot of fun. And there's room for all this in the hobby. And think about over the next week what kind of excitement the flippers, the gamblers, the breakers are going to bring into the hobby, right? Think of the noise that's going to be made now on a chase for it. And think of the influencers, the content guys who might not have badges. Badges? We don't need no stinking badges. Let me tell you something. You got a bunch of influencers who are going to be giving out a flawless box for free. Where the hell does that happen? That's not collector versus investor. That's a platform that's trying to inject some fun into the hobby, trying to inject some conversation into the hobby, and make this something that we all kind of enjoy. And guess what? If you think that this won't bring mainstream media into it, you're sorely mistaken. Whether it gets hit or not, think of the madness that's here, right? Just to recap, $3 to $5 million card being chased. The person who hits it is going to be a millionaire. The person who hits it for them is getting a Lamborghini. What the hell? It's insanity. It's crazy. It's the kind of stuff you see on Yahoo when you open it up on your phone. If Yahoo still exists, I'm old. Don't make fun of me. But the point here, guys, is this is cool shit, right? It's what makes the hobby fun. It's the kind of stuff that if you are, an innovator in the hobby, you should be thinking about bringing to the hobby also, because we can't just all sit around in Omaha and talk about our 10% returns drinking Coca-Cola, right? Warren Buffett's cool and all, but every once in a while, Elon Musk puts some asses in the seats. There's more than one way to do this. That's my take.
I think that's respectable. Eric, thank you for coming on the show. Big fans. We'll see how next week goes, but or this week when you guys listen to this. We're recording this a few days in advance, but I know our audience is looking forward to it. So once again, Wednesday, May 4th, 7 p.m. Eastern, all the way through Sunday the 9th. Enter the giveaways, get some free cards. We love you, Luca Nation. We'll wrap here. Yeah. It's a 30-minute episode. We'll cap it here. We love you guys. Thank you. Thank you for following. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing with your friends. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. So thank you all for listening to another episode of Lucas, Tigers, and Bronzo Mai. I wanted to tell you about a new service that we have starting as of today, and I'm really, really excited to bring it to you guys. So as a part of our partnership with SGC, we got 50 free submissions every single month. And many of you have taken advantage of that. And it's amazing that we could have the opportunity to 650 episodes, 675 episodes in, to go ahead and give back to our community. As people were sending those cards in, they asked, can we send 5, 10, 20 more cards to you guys? We'll pay for it, but we wanted them graded with SGC. You guys know SGC is turning cards around in 13 to 14 business days, have incredible customer service, and their secondary market values are going up day after day after day. And that's exciting for the hobby and exciting for the grading landscape. So we didn't want to just rush into it. We wanted to do it right. And what we did was I relocated here to Boca Raton, Florida. I opened up a P.O. box maybe 5 minutes away from SGC, and I will be hand delivering and hand picking up the cards. So you don't have to worry about anyone else touching your cards. It will be me, and I will update you every step of the way. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to personally pick up the cards from a P.O. box, prep them, new card saver, new penny sleeve, and deliver them to SGC every single Tuesday. Why Tuesday? Well, it lets the stragglers over the weekend come back through on Monday and gives me a day to prep, and it basically gives SGC the entire week to work on grading those cards. Once your cards pop, only then at the end of the process will you be paying for the service. It's $25 per card, simple as that, and the turnaround times have never been faster. We're hearing right now 13, 14, less than 20 business days. So there it is, 9170 Glades Road, number 135. Is the P.O. Box in Boca Raton, Florida, 33434. 9170 Glades Road, number 135, Boca Raton, Florida, 33434. Of course, you could shoot me an email or shoot me a text anytime, and I'm always available. Many of you already have my email. It's iamandrewgoldberg@gmail.com, or my cell phone number, 215-519-9154. Reach out with any questions. I could walk you through the process. I've hopped on the call with quite a few of you, and I'm happy to do that. Love you, Luca Nation.